The Joe Rogan Experience.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, we were talking when you went to the bathroom. Mike Tyson says he smokes $40,000 a week.
Yeah,
a
but
week.
he also sells weed, so he just charges himself a lot of money.
He gets high on his own supply.
There's no way you can smoke $40,000 worth of weed. I mean, maybe like his whole crew.
Yeah, to say it's about himself, there's no way.
A month? How much is 40,000? I want to see what it looks like in a room. Like
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
It would be a pile that you could fall into and take a nap. Like you could definitely like beanbag chair it.
You could fly through the air right on your back with confidence.
Well, all right. So how much is? I mean, you're getting it in bulk, so it's going to be probably like $100.
It's getting
an
even
ounce,
worse.
even less than that.
Well,
If you're going to spend 40 grand, they'll give you more than 40 grand's worth. You know what I mean? Just to be like, here, man,
Look
I don't
what
know.
it says here. We smoke 10 tons of weed at the ranch a month. Oh, my God. This is Britain said. Eben? Is that how you say his name? Eben Britain. So 10 tons of weed is $40,000. That doesn't seem right, does it?
None of that seems right.
Seems like it'd be
That's
more money.
20,000 pounds of weed. That's
He might have
impossible.
been- he obviously could have easily been joking and laughing while he said this too. We're reading it in print,
Yeah.
but he's like, dude, we smoke 10 tons a month.
Yeah, this is on
could
Yeah, so
say
it
that
might be
on the
weed talk.
podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
sounds like something I would say.
Yeah.
More
If I
than you
was
could
trying
ever
to be
possibly imagine.
Wake up,
Yeah.
we just keep burning, and we burn it all the time. We don't even breathe air.
I'm going to throw out a wild number, 40 million. 40 tons.
And they go, now 40 million. He goes, 40,000?
Someone should,
Maybe.
some journalist should just make an image of this is what $40,000 worth of weed looks like.
Yeah, it's going to be more than
Would it
even
be
Mike
this whole
Tyson and his
room?
crew can smoke.
Wouldn't it fill this whole room?
I think it would. It'd be one of those like shipping crates.
Is it even?
Someone
Somebody
looked it
already
up.
did it.
Wait, what?
Somebody already did it. Is it even? There's a graph. Is it even possible to smoke $40,000 of weed a month?
900/8.
Why
That's
would
actually
they-
not that much. But with a crew, 900. Think about it. If you do 2 gram blunts, that's 2 blunts per eighth, essentially, a little bit less.
This guy's got it broken down.
Yeah, but this guy really could just tell you how much it is in bulk. He's
That's-
giving you 900/8 seems a little bit lazy to even write.
1,800 blunts between Mike Tyson's crew is not actually that much for a month.
It's not that much. Now, when I'm looking at how this guy's saying it, he's saying it's basically 4 blunts per hour. That's totally possible if you got a large number of people with you.
I will never question Mike Tyson again.
Ever.
This is it.
Ever.
Man
10
doesn't
tons.
lie.
But that's still not 10 tons.
I think we're being silly. I think they were joking around. I bet a lot of it they give away too. You know, they might go through a personal stash of that much weed.
I didn't know
But
he has a
probably-
ranch.
Mike Tyson's in the weed game, son. All in. Dude, he was one of the most fascinating guys to interview because I couldn't believe I was really talking to him.
Yeah.
So I can't believe that's really Mike Tyson. Like, there's some people like, you're talking to him like, that's really Mike Tyson? This
Yeah.
is crazy. It doesn't make sense. It
Just
doesn't
what he's
compute.
been through in his life. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like, and now he's here somehow.
Knowing him as a kid when he was the fucking man. And you'd see him on the cover of these magazines like Kid Dynamite when he was 19 years old on Sports Illustrated and just smashing everyone in front of him. And then all of a sudden he's hanging with you.
Yeah, it's very
He's-
strange.
Chill, too.
And it's also just such a fall from grace and then a resurgence and still
Yeah.
weird resurgence too. Like nobody ever saw him becoming like, you know, cartoon character and like a fucking Broadway actor and a one-man show and now a weed rancher. That's bananas. And who saw that? Nobody said that was going to be Mike Tyson's trajectory.
Yeah, I just hope he doesn't
Do you
get
remember
me
what's funny?
too'd.
The trajectory of when I found out who he was when I was a kid and started getting those like very shortly after you saw what a monster he was that Robin Givens interview where he just sat there like a doofus.
Yeah.
While she was like, yeah, he beats up me and rapes my mom, and he's like, kids always stewing and just going like,
When these cameras go off, oh boy.
you better hope this interview goes on for 4 days.
But wasn't there some talk about them medicating him? Wasn't that part of what was happening? Like they were
The mom
trying
and
to
Robin Givens?
sedate him.
Maybe. I just remember him talking about it in
Living
that
with a tiger.
documentary.
Yeah.
In the documentary, and he was just like, he said he was just so, he couldn't believe she was saying it, so he was just like silent. But if you watch it, it seems like he's furious and just trying to not say something angry.
Oh, it is
so
Blindside.
the key to Mike Tyson is that he always seemed like he was furious.
Yeah.
And he even talked about it once. He goes, I'm just mad. I'm mad at my dog. I'm mad at everything. And that's when he was at the top of the heap, man. But
Fuck.
now he's like this peaceful, friendly guy.
He had to overcompensate for all that. That's why he needs 40,000.
Childhood
It was all
is
therapy,
horrific.
right? He had to be. He has to have like 20 therapists. He beat up the first 7 of them.
I mean, to be a great fighter, you have to be able to look at yourself. You have to be able to look at your skills. You still doesn't mean you still can't make horrific mistakes, but you have to be able to look at yourself. It's the only way you get any better. The best fighters have an understand, even if they have ego problems, they still have a pretty good understanding of who they are.
Yeah.
And that can benefit you if you use it. I'm sure he probably went through therapy, but he didn't necessarily. He could probably have figured it out on his own just because he's a smart guy. He's a smart guy that grew up in a horrible, horrible way where the first love he had was an old boxing trainer that turned him into a murderer. I mean, that was the first love that guy experienced. His life was horrible, man. And from him being adopted by Customato when he was a little kid and having extreme physical gifts as well, it was this perfect storm. Dude, they said when he was 13, he weighed 190 pounds. Teddy Atlas used to bring him to boxing, these smoker events, and they were like, yeah, he's fucking 13. And they put him in with a 16-year-old because nobody wanted to believe that a 13-year-old could be jacked like that.
Well, when Jay was 13 years old, he weighed like 220.
It's true.
I think it's a different kind of weight.
Was it a different build? I was knocking motherfuckers out.
He's built like a goddamn tank.
Yeah, that's not a 13-year-old you want to fight.
No. Also, fun fact, he is the reason, Mike Tyson solely is the reason why now if you're on TV for even 5 minutes, they start scurrying about your tattoos being covered or can you get a release for them all? Because when he came on was it Hangover movie, the company that did, or the tattoo artist that did his face tattoo sued for like, and I think won for like millions of dollars.
What? That's so
How's
crazy.
that possible? For doing the
they
movie?
use
Because they
the
used that
image.
person's artwork without them.
But once you put a tattoo on somebody,
It's
so
your own.
claim
Nope.
part,
Yeah.
you claim part ownership of that
Yup.
person
It
now?
makes tattoos so much gayer.
It does.